Hello beautiful people, thank you for stopping by my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I took an old folding table that was tucked away in my garage and transformed it into a beautiful faux marble table that I plan to use in my bedroom as a desk. So if you want to see how you can repurpose an old piece of furniture that's just lying around your house and transform it from drab to fab, then please stick around. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's jump right in. So this is the old folding table that I pulled from my garage that I plan on repurposing. As you can see, this table looks a little bit shabby and not so appealing, but that's okay because we're going to get it cleaned up and spruce it up and get it to where we can repurpose it and use it on a day-to-day basis. One of the things that I started off doing was removing all of the tape and the price tags that were on it, because it had a good bit of tape and price tags on it. So I started by removing all of those, and once all of those pieces got removed, then I took a warm rag and wiped the table down really good and gave it a really good scrub to get all the dirt and dust off of it. You see here where the table's wet from where I scrubbed it down. And I'm going to take some old contact paper, marble contact paper that I had for a previous project, and I'm going to be applying this paper to the surface. Of course, I'm not going to use that end that's all wrinkled up. I cut that off. But this is what the table looks like once it has been completely cleaned up and it's dry and ready for me to start adhering the contact paper. Huge difference already just by getting wiped down. Big difference. So now that I have my contact paper, I'm going to begin by removing the backing from the paper. This paper is very easy to work with and it is very forgiving. You're just going to peel the back part away just like I'm doing here in the video, and you can go ahead and start placing your contact paper on your surface. I would advise that you have some type of a card, or whether it's a credit card or an ID card or something that has a straight edge to help you be able to remove the bubbles from the paper. So what I'm doing is I'm just laying the paper down on my surface and I'm slowly sliding the back away as I lay it down, and I'm smoothing it out as I go along. You see how I just slide that away? And I'm using this card just to get all the air bubbles out and make sure that my surface is that the paper is adhering nicely to the surface. So just use your card to just slide all those air bubbles away and make sure that your paper is adhering, your contact paper is adhering properly to the surface. And you see I made a little ding there with this card, but that's okay. I'm going to fix that. And also this paper is so forgiving, like with the pattern you barely can tell that anyway, so just be careful with that also. You see I dinged a little hole in it, but I'm just smoothing away, getting all of those air bubbles out. Now if you notice at the top of the screen, you can see the wood part of the table still. My roll was not thick enough to cover the full table, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to measure out some more of the contact paper, and I'm going to add some strips to go along the top to fill in that part. And you don't have to worry if you have to do this on your surface, because this marble pattern is so very forgiving. You can go ahead and piece in those missing spots and it blends very well, and I'm going to show you how well it blends here in the video also. So just watch as I lay this down and you'll see how once I'm smoothing the edges out and everything, it just blends totally well with what I already have laid down. So now I'm just cutting the strips to fill in this top piece. Also, with this paper, like I said, it's so forgiving. If you make a mistake, you can easily just pull it up and then replace it back down to how you want it. Just reposition it just like I'm doing right here. And watch how this piece that I'm just adding on here, watch how it melts in and blends in so well. Look at that. You can see it just blends so well. You can't even see where the edges are on there. This is what it looks like once all the marble contact paper has been laid on the surface. Look how beautiful that came out. It's already transformed into a new looking table, but we're not going to stop there. I'm going to add a little bit embellishment to it to take the table to the next level and add a little bit more of my personality to the table. So I took some of this bling wrap that I had left over from a previous project, and I'm going to add the bling to the silver edges around the table. So I'm just going to take this bling wrap, cut some strips, and I'm going to use the hot glue gun and add it going around the edges, as you see here, just to give it a little extra oomph. So this is once I've added some of the strips of bling already, and I used the hot glue gun and I put glue every few inches, and I made sure that when I used the glue I put it on the back of the bead because I didn't want to have hot glue coming in between the seams. You see here, this is when all the mesh has been added around the table, but I'm also going to go ahead and add some bling to the top part of the silver piece that's lining the table as well. You see here, I cut 2 rows of the bling mesh to line the top edge of the table, and I'm going to continue to do that all the way around the rest of the table. And this is what it looks like with the finished product. Is that not fab or what? Isn't that cute, y'all? Look at that bling. Look at that faux marble top. And this was a table that was just thrown in my garage, y'all. And this is so cute now. I think it came out very well. And considering that this was a $5 table from the thrift store. Look at the before and after. And this is what it looks like set up in my room. So it just goes to show you can repurpose some furniture that you just have lying around your house and take it from drab like this right here and looking dusty to fab like this here. So I hope this video has inspired someone to repurpose an old piece of furniture that may be lying around your house. So until next time, remember to be inspired.